After the game, a very hungry-looking LeBron James had few answers.
I don't know. We got to figure it out.
Yep.
But luckily, there.
Sorry. That's it. All right, welcome back to the channel, everyone. Hope you all are having a good day so far. I'm a little under the weather, so if my voice sounds a little weird, that's why. No, I am not an AI bot. Anyways, I've been asked to cover these two Skap Attack videos, and since they're so connected and related and only a couple of days apart, I figured I'd do it at one shot. So we have the Washed King, and then we have the Lakers are humiliating themselves. So, and I know what this is about because, yeah, they're getting spanked by the league right now, and LeBron is looking like crap. And the stuff that a lot of us have been saying over the last couple of years, for 3 seasons now, that LeBron's actually hurting the Lakers. He's hurting his team. Well, now all of a sudden, the rest of the world is caught on. So everyone's talking about it. So it's not as though this is a surprise to me. I've literally been saying it by watching the games. Like, they're better without him. And they're actually a title contender in my mind without him. Last year as well as this year. But whenever he's on the court, the team sucks. The chemistry is gone. Whenever he sits, the team starts making a run. And then he comes back into the game, and they usually blow the game. It's been going on for a long time. But it looks like the media has finally turned on him, and they're finally actually telling a little bit of the truth. But it's not because they're truthful; it's because whatever it is, it's gonna make them money and it's gonna fit their new narrative. But this is stuff that we've been saying when it was very unpopular. So let's continue forward. Anyways, I'm gonna link the 2 Skap Attack videos down below in the description. So if you guys want to go check out Skap's channel and you haven't yet, the link's right there for you. And everybody else, please leave this video a like. Helps out a ton. Let's do this.
Well, LeBron James has been feeling dangerous lately, failing to shoot over 44% from the field for 6 consecutive games now and counting. And while he did drop a 27-point performance in a 1-point win over the lowly Jazz on Sunday, he scored just 12 points on 5 of 13 shooting the game just before that, a highly winnable contest against the Oklahoma City Thunder. And in a word, he was sheer ass.
Wow, man, how do you do this? How do you do this?
City Thunder. And in a word, he was sheer.
How does that happen? How does that happen as a pro? I haven't taken a shot in probably a month. I can go out there right now, shoot from that spot. I'm at least hitting the damn rim. You better believe it.
Ass last
indeed.
night.
And didn't he miss like 14 straight threes in a row or something? I think he had a run where he missed like 14 straight threes.
Against the Timberwolves, scoring 10 points on just 4 of 16 from the field and 0 of 4 from the three-point line, which extends his streak of futility to 19 straight misses from behind the arc.
I was too nice to him. 19 straight, not 14. How do you do that?
Spanning now his last 4 games consecutively.
How do you do that?
So while the stats still look good as usual, though likely not as good as you think, it does beg the question of, is LeBron James washed? And well, I suppose the answer to that question depends on your expectations for LeBron. And
all right, guys, I'm calling it here. Remember, what was it, 2015, I think it was? When he was in Cleveland and he was playing like crap for a stint. Then he went down to Miami and allegedly to quote my buddy Kwame, allegedly went to the Balco facility and came back to Cleveland and all of a sudden looked like he was 10 years younger. I bet you. He's gonna sit out for a couple of games. He's gonna juice up. He's gonna juice up again. But it's taking its toll. It's not gonna last much longer. He can't keep doing it that much longer. But he's gonna juice up again.
I suppose what his expectations are for himself. Can James continue the unprecedented steroid use? I mean, the unparalleled care and effort he puts into maintaining his body to the degree he can manage to continue to score 20-plus points per game for the next half-decade if he wanted to? Well, sure. Likely the answer to that question is yes.
I love that I brought it up, and then right afterwards, Skap is right on it, too. The alleged Balco use. We don't call him Lebowco for nothing, guys.
He can continue to run out there getting fat on layups and dunks for 28 minutes a game while loafing his ass off all over the defensive end, relegating his team to a 4-on-5 situation for the majority of the games, and that as the all-time NBA career runaway leader in turnovers continues to nearly lead the league in that metric. What I am saying is, yes, he can continue stat padding his way to an even larger arbitrary point total. But again, to what end? James is already the undisputed king of longevity, though his 21.9 points per game in today's day and age, where league-wide scoring is 113 points a night, is looking less.
Oh man, yeah, that would be what, like 15 points a game? If we go back to like the 2000s and 90s?
And less impressive. After his 10-point turd nugget last night, James is now 30th in per-game
Somebody
scoring.
open up a window.
But I'm not here to talk stats. We know LeBron understands how to fill that standard box score up. No, I would like to piggyback on the metric I've been following all season as it pertains to a handful of MVP candidates, and that would be the on-off numbers, which again measures a team's performance with a player on the court for 100 possessions versus off of it per 100. I recently detailed LeBron's absolutely putrid and unbelievable minus 16, a number which would be historically...
Yeah, the number that proves now for people who don't watch the games. Look at this. Sorry. For people who don't actually watch the games, this is what they need to see as far as a box plus negative, like he's actually hurting the team, negative 16. For us who actually watch the games, we can just see it and understand. We can see the flow, the momentum changes when he's in and when he's out. See the flow of the offense when he's in, when he's out. See the defense playing better when he's out because they don't have to make up for him, you know, because he's not actually guarding anybody. It's but now people have a number to attach to it.
Heinous if it held for the entire year, and frankly there is no reason to think it wouldn't, as we are now at the quarter point of the NBA season. And LeBron stooges have been posting side-by-side stat comps between LeBron at 38 or 39 compared to Michael Jordan. Jordan in his final season, by the way, averaged 20 points per game, which is, yes, 2 fewer than LeBron is currently averaging. But
it would have been 25 in today's game.
Wide scoring was nearly 20 points less on average, with the NBA average during the 2002-2003 season sitting at just 95 per game, and again, that is in comparison to the 113 for this year. But beyond that, Jordan was far more valuable to his Wizards team that year than LeBron is this year.
Oh, yeah. We've been talking in the comments about this kind of stuff, and the difference is Jordan actually helped his team win. The team was better with Jordan in the lineup, while the exact opposite is happening with LeBron. It's so simple as far as like that's why I never bought into the whole like, oh, you know, like we got to pretend like Wizards Jordan didn't happen. No, he was actually helping his team. The guy went through 2 major injuries, broken rib and a knee surgery he needed. But he was out there helping his team. The team was terrible whenever he was out. So that's a motivation to continue playing. You're playing for your team. So you're playing to win, and you want to help your team win. Well, LeBron, there's no justification for him playing because he's hurting the team. He's causing the team to lose. The team plays better without him in the lineup, and they play worse with him in the lineup. It's not comparable. It's not comparable at all. In other words, LeBron needs to go, or he needs to come off the bench. Unfortunately, he signed that max deal, so the Lakers are kind of screwed with that one. But I stand by it. If he was really in it for the love of the game, the guy's worth $1 billion at this point. He should have taken $20 million and came off the bench, and just tried to get a championship with him off the bench and show that he's bigger than just his own ego. He's here to win, and he's going to do whatever it takes to win. Jordan came off the bench when he was recovering from his injury because he couldn't play full 40-minute games yet, but he knew he could help his team off the bench. It wasn't an ego thing, and he didn't refuse to come off the bench. He wanted to help his team. These guys are so different, and that's why I call one the GOAT and the other the anti-GOAT.
That season, Jordan registered a plus 2.9 per 100 possessions on the court, as compared to, again, the aforementioned putrid ass of minus 16 that King LeBron is sitting at. Not only is LeBron not helping the Lakers win games here, he is hurting them at a historic rate. He is actively sabotaging the Lakers' season. And of course, the next game where he goes out and drops a 30-point triple-double, scrub jock sniffers populating various mass media platforms will be quick to rush on and expend some bodily fluids while waxing poetically about the unparalleled longevity of LeBron. While I am certain countless trolls lurking in the comment section of these videos will rush on here to mock the veracity of what I am actually saying, which is LeBron is trash right now. He is not a winner, nor does it seem as if he even cares about winning games at all.
No, he doesn't.
LeBron's minus 28 last night again led the Lakers in the wrong direction.
Yeah.
It is now the 10th time he has posted a team worst in that category of the 21 games he has played in, and that is compared to only leading the team in scoring 4 times so far this year.
You know, when they lost by 41, I watched the press conferences, and he took zero accountability. And it was funny because I'm not a JJ Redick fan, but I watched his press conference too, and he went up there and took all the blame. And said, it's my team, I'm the leader of the team, and, you know, it falls on me. But he also did say, but the players need to take some accountability as well. And then LeBron takes zero accountability for it. He just said it was embarrassing and all that stuff, but... You know, he said, we got to figure it out. We'll figure it out. But he never took accountability and said, like, yeah, I got to play better. He's a terrible leader, you guys. Just a terrible leader.
James is now minus 111 on the court this season.
Beautiful.
And if you want to compare that again to the gold standard during the real GOAT's final season, Michael Jordan, aged 39 year with Washington, he was plus 6 for the season. If LeBron wants to chase meaningless stats, he should do so on some garbage team with no chance or aspirations of competing, not on one of the most storied teams in basketball history, who has a top 5 player currently in the NBA that is allegedly knee-deep in a top 3 MVP campaign.
Yeah, notice in the beginning of the year, they ran the ball through AD. They ran the whole system through AD as the primary, and they were killing people. It's so simple and basic. Like, AD is a monster on the offensive end, so they should be running the ball through him. It worked. And then Lebauco turned into Lebauco again, and he started, just playing point guard again. So the second Lebauco starts playing point guard again, and he just starts accumulating stats, guess what? They've been getting their ass kicked again. It's not hard science here. If LeBron wasn't in the lineup with the Lakers, I think AD would be like neck and neck with Joker as far as like an MVP candidate. But now it started out that way this season, but now AD's already fallen so far off of that list, and it's not even his own fault. It's because he's teamed up with freaking Lebauco James. So, yeah, forget about him. AD's done this year, and he's done. It's just what it's going to be until he separates from LeBron. Yeah, now my eyes are on Jokic at this point. Yeah. That should be the MVP this year.
But hey, I guess the pitiful Lakers ownership is as much to blame for that situation as LeBron himself. So as we watch the Lakers season unfold, no matter how far they go in the playoffs, make no mistake, anything they do at this point is despite the presence of LeBron James.
Yeah, no kidding. Nice. All right, let's go to the second one. This one is the Lakers are humiliating themselves, and this is 2 days more recent.
Well, it has not been a good 2 weeks for LeBron, AD, and company as the Lakers are mired in a tad bit of a slump here, losers of 6 of their last 8 games dating back to November 21st. But what's worse than the 2-6 record over that span is just how pathetic some of these losses have been. LA followed up their November 23rd, 127.
Okay, wait.
Losses have been. LA followed up.
Okay, yeah, it is what it is. I was gonna call out AD for his defense, but yeah, he was deep in.
Their November 23rd, 127-102 stomping at the hands of Nikola Jokic and the Denver Nuggets, with a 27-point loss in their very next game to the Phoenix Suns.
Yeah, I loved that one. I mean, the Denver thing, no surprise. Joker's LeBron's daddy. It used to be Duncan, and it's used to be Steph, and now it's the Joker. LeBron's had a lot of dads. This game was hilarious. I was watching this one live, the Cup game, because we had them after 3 quarters, but then we kept running up the score because the point system in the Cup, you actually benefit from beating your team by more points. So we just went in there and embarrassed the hell out of them. Yeah, so they lost by 27. What was it with Denver? Lost by 28. So lost by 28, lost by 27, and then lost by 41, right? Is the next?
They then, just 2 days ago, got their doors blown off by the Minnesota Timberwolves, losing by 29 in that one.
29 against the Timberwolves. So wait, 27, 28, 29, I think.
And just when you thought it couldn't get any worse in Lakerland, a 41-point evisceration last night by the Miami Heat.
Yeah, they spent too much time in the 20s. That's weak. You got to double it.
In case you weren't counting, that is now 4 losses by 25 points or more in the last 8 games played.
Love it.
But for old man LeBron, it's good news, bad news time. Sure, they got absolutely humiliated, but LeBron did break out of his little mini slump. He came into the game against Miami averaging just 18 points per game on 42% shooting from the field over the last 7, but broke out with a team-high 29 points last night. And, well, clearly that is all LeBron cared about, as he looked pretty good immediately following this one, all smiles, laughing it up on the sidelines after losing back-to-back games by a combined 70 points.
Crazy.
That's why you always stay even keel.
Yes, of course, we must stay even-keeled here. The Lakers have been outscored by 243-173 over the last 2 games.
Wait, say that again?
243-173 over the last 2 games.
Awesome.
But make sure to get your hugs and handshakes in afterwards, Bron. Meanwhile, for poor JJ, this simply doesn't look like what he signed up for. This right here is a real gap of time, by the way, when asked a question in his post-game presser. Eventually, though, he would manage to get some semblance of a statement out.
It's embarrassing. I'm embarrassed. We're all embarrassed. It's not a game that I thought we had.
It's a complete crap.
Not sure if JJ is a heavy drinker or not, but it's never too late to start. And actually, Redick is doing exactly what he should be doing here.
Yeah, no, I've been noticing. Yeah, his behaviors, his attitude and stuff, he's totally a drinker.
Precisely what LeBron needs for him to be doing, namely looking like a wildly unqualified guy way out of his depth without a single ounce of coaching experience at any level prior to taking this job, and accordingly perfect fall guy scapegoat type stuff out of him.
There has to be some ownership.
While the season is only about a quarter of the way over.
Yeah, that was part of that presser where, yeah, he was calling for some ownership from the players.
It is difficult to dream up a lower point for the Lakers.
Kevin Love. I love that Kevin Love is still. He's become like the next Haslam out there, or he's become like the Haslam for those guys.
Has to be rock bottom.
Sorry,
right?
My brain is still warped from not feeling well.
They gave up an absolutely appalling amount of dunks and layups in this one before getting absolutely massacred by Tyler Hero's 7 3-pointer third quarter.
Yeah.
But it wasn't just 7 threes in the third quarter. That would be 7 straight threes in the third quarter. I mean, feel free to play some semblance of defense at some point here. But, well, the Lakers did enter the night ranked just 24th in net defensive efficiency, so there is the glaring possibility.
Okay. Time to settle this.
Just 24th in net.
Who started this? Why does everybody do it now? I've seen everyone do it. Where did this start? Please tell me in the comments.
Of efficiency, so there is the glaring possibility this is just who the Lakers are. After the game, a very hungry-looking LeBron James had few answers.
I don't know. We got to figure it out.
Yep.
But luckily, there.
Sorry. That's it. That's it. That was the ownership that JJ was asking for. That's all he got from his team leader. I don't know. We got to figure it out. Crazy.
Had few answers.
I don't know. We got to figure it out.
But luckily, there were a plethora of snacks for him in the locker room to curb those hunger sharks. And he made at least one thing very evident. He agrees with everything JJ has said.
Yeah, this is called passive aggressiveness, by the way. I watched this, and I watched it twice because I was just like, damn. Was it in my head? No, it wasn't. He's really just being this passive aggressive. Check this out.
Everything. So don't ask me about what JJ said. Everything he said is correct.
That's like something that, like, you know, you would do with your spouse, or like, you know, like not like what did she say? Yeah. Everything she said, we're going with that. You know, don't question it because you don't want to stir it up. But yeah, it's total passive aggressiveness. It's that way everything is on JJ. If LeBron keeps his mouth shut, then everything is on JJ. And then the same thing that happened to Ham and Vogel can happen with JJ. He's now the new scapegoat. We all talked about this 6 months ago. We knew how this was going to play out. Here it is playing out live right in front of our eyes. JJ's the new scapegoat. Whatever JJ says, that's what we do. And if we fail, it's because of JJ. Not me. I'm the GOAT, you know. Don't look at me, even though I call myself the GOAT, the greatest of all time. Nah, it's not on me. It's on him. Laker fans, it was Vogel. Vogel was the problem at one point, and Ham was the solution. Then Ham was the problem, and JJ was the solution. Now JJ's the problem. What next? Or are you finally ready to admit that it's not the coach's fault? It was never the coach's fault. Y'all won a championship with Vogel. Y'all went to the conference finals with Ham. Maybe it's time to start looking at the roster.
Mind, by the way, this game was in Miami, a kind of de facto homecoming, if you will. After all, Bron did take his talents to South Beach for 4 years where he gravy trained 2 rings on that stacked super team. And incredibly enough, this wasn't the Kings' only hometown humiliation this season, as they got run off the court 134-110 when he and Bronny returned home to Cleveland. Speaking of those 19-3 league best Cleveland Cavaliers, they just recently lost back-to-back games to the Atlanta.
Check this out. Hold up.
League best Cleveland Cavaliers.
All right. I think that's Reeves. He's driving on. He's gonna kind of put the ball in Reeves's face to create some space. Check this out.
They just recently lost.
What a pause. Is this legal? That's a brilliant move. That is brilliant right there. Damn.
Back-to-back games to the Atlanta Hawks, who just won their 5th straight game and ended the sizzlingly hot Milwaukee Bucks 7-game win streak. And the Lakers' next game, you might be wondering, yeah, on Friday night at Atlanta. As I said previously, it would be difficult to dream up a lower point, but for this team, it seems that anything is possible.
Man, great vids by Skap. As always, links down below if you want to check out Skap's channel. I gotta say it though. I think this is my next prediction. I mean, who knows? I get a lot of these right, but you know, who knows? Because I'm getting a little wild cardy with these. I think LeBron is going to take a couple days off. So screw that 82 games thing. I think he's gonna take a couple days off. He's gonna get his Balco. Or his, whatever it's called. I know it's not called Balco, but that's the name of the lab that it comes out of. I just like to call it Balco because he's LeBalco. Anyways, he's gonna juice up. He's gonna start looking good, and then everyone's gonna be like, "Oh, LeBron found the fountain of youth again." Yeah, they injected it right into his bloodstream too. That's gonna happen, and it's gonna shut this up for a little bit, and then whatever. They're probably not even gonna make the playoffs, these guys, or they'll make the play in, and hopefully they don't get in, and hopefully LeBron retires. I'm tired of this. I'm sick of it. Anyways, everyone, I'm gonna head out. I'm not feeling too great, but I appreciate you watching, and I appreciate the recommendations to check these two out. And yeah, like the video if you liked it. Subscribe to the channel if you want more content like this with less coughing. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the comment section. All right. All right. Peace out, everybody.